lips are tucked in. My lighting is lovely. Hi everyone, it's NonnaGrace, and I'm from Western New York. And guess who's in the room with me today? You guessed it, Mr. Jim. Yep, he's here. He's here. I'm so glad because I have lots to talk about today, but I don't even know whether I'll keep it straight or it'll be all over the place because that's the way I roll, I guess. Well, the first thing that I did this morning is actually I mentioned yesterday. I should start back just a hair. Yesterday I mentioned that I had gotten a letter from Blue Cross Blue Shield saying that I was needing to pay a penalty for my Medicare Part D. Well, I got a little nervous, and it actually made me feel like I didn't want to make a video, but I know I want to make a video. But it does. It takes the wind out of your sail, as they say. And what it had said is that I was enrolled in a Blue Cross Blue Shield Saver HMO, and Medicare records show that I owed Part D late enrollment penalty. Well, you know, I didn't even know I had to have Part D, to be honest. And typically, when you have your insurance through your place of employment, they have the drug coverage that is recognized by Medicare. Now, this is who I had. I had independent health, and then I had the cheapest policy because I'm not sick. I'm just one of those people that really is healthy. I come from a long line of healthy people, and I seem to be healthy too. But in there, it also had for the drug coverage, it says for those who are Medicare eligible, which now that's me. This plan does not meet the standard level of prescription drug coverage determined by Medicare. Therefore, this plan does not provide you with a creditable coverage. And in the letter that I got from Blue Cross Blue Shield said that I didn't have creditable coverage. Boy, that's a funny word. And when I looked at that, it showed, yep, I didn't. But nobody tells you that when you're 65, that you should switch to a little bit higher plan so that you have creditable coverage. They just let you float. Medicare is really not very people-friendly, as they say, even though they say when you call them on the phone that we want to make sure that everything is just so. They really don't give a hoot. Anyways, after I went to see the insurance man, and he was really baffled too, because he said normally if it's put out by Lowry, which is the company that they used to use for my insurance at my work, it had the coverage was creditable. But they switched a few years back to a different company that was actually cost the company less and cost us less, and we were able to get coverage, but who knew that it wasn't going to cover the type of coverage I needed. So when I went there, he said that I would have to pay the penalty, definitely, but it shouldn't be a real lot. He thought it would be about $8.50 per month that I had been missing, which was a year and 10 months, so that's 22 months that I would have to pay the penalty on, even though I never used any drugs of any kind or medicine. I should call it medicine because people might think I'm a druggie or something. Who knows what they might think. I didn't use any medicine. I had no prescriptions, nothing for the 2 years. For all the time I was there working for the company, I never had to buy medicine. So, but I still had to pay this penalty on that time from when I turned 65 to the present time, to actually through this whole month of May, even though I'm covered under independent health through the end of the month, but because they don't have creditable coverage, I have to pay. He thought it was $8.50. Well, I left there thinking, well, that's not too bad. And then every month afterwards, I still have to pay that $8.50 that he thought. But I was thinking, I wonder if it really is $8.50. So I called Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they sent the information that was in my letter that they wanted me to send to mail, because I mailed it today too, because even though they said they called over to Medicare to let them know that I didn't have the right coverage. So then I called Medicare to find out, well, how much will penalty be? And they said that for me, it was going to be $10.25 per month that I didn't have it. And then I'll pay $10.25 every month after till the day I die, basically, as long as I keep it. I could cancel it, but then if you go back in to take Medicare Part D, the penalty will be much higher, so I just will keep it. And when I think about it, my insurance that I had that didn't have the creditable coverage for my Part D, it cost me $12 every 2 weeks. So I was actually paying $24 a month for my coverage there. And so this is cheaper. It is cheaper in the end. But it's sad that I have to pay it because I'm not using it really. But I will keep it. Okay, that was the Medicare Part D. So if you have insurance through your company, be sure that if it has a drug plan that it will take care of you when you hit Medicare age, which is 65. Be sure it's there. Otherwise, you will pay a penalty. And the Blue Cross Blue Shield, if I would have had creditable insurance, would have been zero. I wouldn't have had to pay anything, which would have been nice. But you have to balance out whether paying the higher insurance and then paying nothing, it probably averages out. And probably I'm getting the better deal in the end when I think about it, only because I didn't need the insurance really either, other than when I would go to the doctor once a year because it was mandatory to get your physical. I did do that, and I did have a couple colonoscopies, and they were free, of course, but that's because it's under maintenance care kind of thing. Okay, now what was the other thing I wanted to talk about?
Pepper.
Papa Pepper. Oh, can you go get my seeds so I can show them? Oh my goodness. Papa Pepper, this one's to you. You sent me seeds and for the snake gourd, and I have germinated them, and I got a lot of germination out of your seeds. I'm going to show you how they're coming, and I'm going to have to put them in their dirt, but I haven't done it yet. And my husband tells me it's going to rain tomorrow, so I better do it today. But I'm going to do it in the same way that I did the sunflowers. I'm going to put them in the toilet paper roll with the dirt, and then I'll bury the toilet paper roll and the seed with it so that it can grow nicely. But I will show you. Let me get them. See, I've got them in a baggie. I put them in the bag on 5/25 is when I put them in this bag. And I put them in a paper towel, and I put water on the paper towel. My nose itches. I hope I don't sneeze. Or maybe, because then I'll have to kiss a fool, meet a stranger, fall in love, or be in danger, they say, if your nose itches. Okay, let me show you what's happening. Look at that. Woo-hoo. I have seeds that are really sprouting. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seeds that are sprouting. Is this one sprouting? No, that one's, I don't know what that one's doing. It looks moldy-ish. Probably is molding. But there's seven seeds that are sprouting, and a piece of seed that nothing happened. And only one seed, full seed, did nothing. And this one's a broken seed. So I've really, out of 10 pieces, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 7. 10 pieces. I got 7 sprouts. Look at that. Woo-hoo. Hey, Farmer G. It's time to get yours in, too. I'm going to put these. Look at how those roots are. They're sprouting out of the side. Oh, my goodness. This is really a neat little root. It's got a neat root. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, see the pokies on the side? Can you see that? I don't want to get too close because I don't want it to blur. But look at that. These are really cute little seeds. They're different. They look kind of like a bug. They could be a bug crawling. They've got legs. But anyways, I'm going to put those in the dirt and get them growing. And if it rains, yay. Okay. That's it. So Papa Pepper, thank you so much for those seeds. I'm anxious to see what the gourds look like, the snake gourds look like, and I hope they grow really well. I do have my trellis up, and that's how where I'm gonna put them so that they can hang, and hopefully I get a really nice long one. I also want to see what they taste like, so I might have to eat one or two. I don't know how many it'll give me, but I'm gonna try. And I also want to make a rain stick out of one. So there's so many things I want to do with it. So I'm glad that they sprouted, and I hope they live. Now they have to live a long life and produce. So that's it. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. You have a great day. Bye.